Hi everyone, my name is Leandra Furchi, and I'm going to discuss the topic on cross-linguistic influence and code switching. So what is cross-linguistic influence? Cross-linguistic influence is the interaction between two linguistic systems and the way they can affect one another. This refers to the transferring of phonological or grammatical information from one language to another. Let's look at an example. Here you're going to see a small footage of myself reenacting a conversation between me and my friend, asking her if she's going to a party. She inserts the word more in her response before later, which in English is grammatically incorrect. However, she's following the pattern of her language. This is a perfect example of cross-linguistic influence. Let's have a look. Ai, que bom, amiga. Você vai pra festa mais tarde?
Yes, I'm going to the party more later.
You mean you're going to the party later?
Ai, desculpa, errei.
Não tem problema. So let's speak about why this happens. This is due to language dominance. So we know that young children do not show balance and development in both of their languages. One is usually dominant. The comparison and structure of languages. So this cross-linguistic influence is likely to occur when there is a partial overlap between the two languages for either phonological or grammatical reasons, and the input that is received by the child. What conclusions can we draw from this? Cross-linguistic influence is the unique pattern in language use and development. It is not a sign of general confusion, and it is not necessarily a target for correction or remediation. We must understand that it is natural and common. Cross-linguistic structures in bilingual children's language alternate with correct structures in dual language learners. And delays may occur due to this cross-linguistic influence. So it is important to distinguish whether it is a problem due to this, or if there is an underlying issue in speech or language. What is code switching? So code switching is the use or switching of actual words or phrases from one language to another. There are two types: intersentential, which is switching between sentences; intrasentential, which is mixing within one sentence. Let's have a look. What?
I was guapo.
You were guapo? Can you say that louder for me?
Guapo.
You were guapo. What does that mean?
Beautiful and smelling
He's
good.
beautiful and smelling good. Nice.
Como Hugo.
Como Hugo, like Hugo? So you were guapo like Hugo?
Yeah.
So you can see in this video where Luis, he alternates from English in one phrase, the next sentence he says it in Spanish, and then he goes back to English. So this is a perfect example of intersentential code switching. Now let's have a look at intrasentential, when the switching occurs within the same sentence.
Hola, este es Zaxi. And es mi amigo, but it's my pet.
Yeah, exactly. Did you tell? So let's see why this happens. This may occur to assert their identity, to promote in-group inclusion or exclusion, to cater to the proficiency of the level of whom they are speaking with, for their own proficiency. So children may become constrained in conversation due to their degree of proficiency in that specific language, where they will fill in the gaps when they don't know the word. So they'll use the language that they do know to fill in that gap. Whatever comes to mind more easily. They say whatever comes to mind first. And social norms, what they're used to. It is part of them, their communities, the input they receive. So what conclusion can we draw from this? Code switching is not a language disorder unless there's evidence showing otherwise. This does not demonstrate incompetence or confusion. Research actually shows that code switching among bilingual adults is sophisticated and a rule-governed form of language. It is dependent on the child's age, language, dominance, and social context. And it is important to set appropriate expectations once one understands the models of language choice and dominant language. I hope you can now see why knowing and understanding the client and patient you are working with is extremely important, especially when distinguishing about what is considered typical and atypical development. Hope you guys like this video. Thank you so much.